evening.
Keep waving.
How are you?
Yeah!
Oh, you've been in here for so long.
You were like a human cup
We're
of
going to
coffee.
be here for so much longer. How's it going?
Yeah!
Are you like stopping to eat and things? What's happening?
And things.
You are?
Just death sticks.
What?
Just death sticks.
Oh yeah. None of those now. We're all off the death sticks now.
Is anybody, by the way, still in comfy costumes? We were talking about comfy costumes. Like, raise your hand if you're in a comfy Oh, there's a comfy costume.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, comfy costume. Well done.
Up here. No, that's cool.
That's amazing. Oh, my God.
Moved in.
Oh, their pajamas. Oh, those are really cool.
How's it going?
Yeah!
So how many? You're two in, right? This is the third one?
Yeah.
Wow. What did you think? The first two?
Yeah.
You had to say that, really.
Obviously, everybody's here because Star Wars means so much to them, and these stories have impacted their lives in such a huge way, but it's done quite a lot for your life as well.
Sure. I mean, I grew up with Star Wars because my uncle was in the original three. Dennis Lawson is my uncle. He played
Yeah.
he played Wedge Antilles, and he was the only, I think one of the only pilots to survive all three movies.
Yeah.
And so I grew up. I remember going to see the very first Star Wars film. When was it?
77.
7. So I was 6. And I remember being picked up outside of school with my brother, and we were there in our shorts and our red socks, and we drove in to, I think, it might have been Perth or Edinburgh or Glasgow or somewhere, to see, just to go and see my uncle in a movie. And then it was Star Wars, and it completely blew us away, you know. And then some 20 years later, I was getting closer and closer to being cast as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then finally was cast as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it totally fit.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience to go up there, and I was just telling the guys backstage there that one of the most amazing moments was when because you weren't allowed to read the script outside of it, was so secret and everything was desperately secret, so they offered me the role and they said, well, you have to read the script, but you have to come to Rick McCallum, our producer, his office. So I went to his office, and I was literally locked in the office with the script, you know, given the script. And then when I read the script, I was to knock on the door and they'd let me out, you know. And so I read the script, and then I said, of course, I wanted to do it. And then we went for a walk round the whole. It was in Leavesden, in north of London. We shot the first film in London, whereas we shot the second one and the one you're about to see in Australia. But the first one we shot in London, and we went for a big walk round this studio with George. And he was showing me this, that, and the other, and he showed me the submarine that Liam and I and Ahmed go in. And I was looking at, they were just carving it out of polystyrene with, I don't know, the tools that set builders use. And but it looked like a submarine, and it had a glass cockpit on it and everything. And I looked to George and I said, will we go underwater in it? He looked at me like I was really stupid. He went, what? And I went, will we go underwater? I was 23 or 4 or 5, 6 or something. And he went, no. He said, it's none of it real, you know. And I was a bit disappointed. But then we went to the props room, and we went to this huge room with all of these props guys in heaven just making Star Wars shit, you know what I mean? Things to be in the background, or things to be on your, whatever it was, stuff, just, what is it? I don't know, but it looks cool, you know. They were making props, and the prop master came up to me with this big box, and it had 2 padlocks on it, and he went, I'd like to show you something. And he unlocked the padlocks, and he sort of turned the box round so it was facing me, and then he opened the box up, and it had 9 lightsaber handles in it, in velvet, like inlaid in velvet. And he and George just stood there, and they said, we'd like you to pick Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber handle. So
Yeah.
So I got to choose my own, or his own lightsaber, which was pretty awesome. Pretty cool.
somewhere there's a prop guy with 8 lightsabers going.
I'm sure there's someone else they got used by other characters. I'm sure.
Yeah, and we were also just briefly talking about